Not long ago, an uncle of mine was healthy, cheerful, and had never been hospitalized. Yet just months after turning 60, he grew tired, sleepless, with aching knees, then suddenly fell ill. It all happened so fast, our whole family was shocked. And what haunts me most is this. He used to be so healthy until everything changed for one reason, neglecting the small things we do each day. You know what's ironic? Around that same age, I've met others living joyfully with vibrant skin, sharp memories, and moving briskly, not relying on medicine. They don't take expensive supplements, no grueling workouts, but they do the small things, consistently, every single day. And that is what makes all the difference. I used to think it must be a good constitution or good genes. But after meeting dozens of older adults from Florida to Nebraska, I realized the difference isn't in luck. It is in our daily actions. In this video, I'll share with you 7 simple but highly impactful things that healthy, long-living people do every day to preserve their health, spirit, and quality of life after 60. If you're entering your middle years or have parents or relatives who are older, please stick around until the end. Maybe just one of these 7 habits will help you avoid fatigue, medication dependency, and live a truly fulfilling later life. Now let's begin. Number 1, gentle exercise every day. When they reach their 60s, many people believe they should rest more, avoiding activity to conserve energy. But in reality, it's a sedentary life that causes the fastest decline. You may not need to run or go to the gym, but every day without movement is a day your body loses a bit of its natural ability to recover. Charles, 72, who lives in a suburb of Atlanta, went through a phase of barely leaving his sofa after retiring. At first, it felt so relaxing, he recalled, but after just a few months, my knees got stiff. I'd get dizzy standing up, and a short walk would tire me out. Then one day, after nearly falling down the front steps, he decided to change. He started by walking slowly around his house, 10 minutes each morning. Then came a few light stretches on the balcony, and now he walks a lap around the nearby park every morning, no longer out of breath or in pain like before. You see, our bodies, even at 60, 70, or older, can still recover as long as we move correctly. What matters isn't intensity, but consistency. A morning with a few simple stretches, a leisurely walk around the yard, a gentle balance exercise. It all contributes to maintaining your muscle strength, flexibility, and skeletal stability. Many people think, my back hurts, my knees are weak, I can't exercise it, but it's precisely because of the pain, the weakness, that you need to move, provided you do it correctly, slowly, and according to your body's ability. There are so many light exercises for older adults you can do right at home, standing up and sitting down from a chair, reaching your arms up, rotating your wrists, rotating your shoulders. Just a few minutes at a time, but done consistently, will create a noticeable difference in just a few weeks. The miracle is this: movement doesn't just help your body stay limber, it also brightens your spirit. When you work up a light sweat, you feel alive, truly alive. And that feeling is the motivation that helps many older adults overcome illness, loneliness, and the persistent feeling of lethargy. You don't need to race against anyone. Just be better than you were yesterday. And if you can walk for 10 minutes today, then tomorrow, maybe it will be 15 minutes, then 20. Your body will thank you, your mind will be clearer, and you will feel younger, not because of your age, but because of how you live each day. Number 2, eat a balanced and nutritious diet. From age 60 onward, what you put into your body every day isn't just food, it's either medicine or something that harms your health, depending on your choice. Judith, 68, who used to live in Denver, loved fried foods and red meat. She said, I ate like I was still 30. Every meal had meat, white rice, and soda because I thought if I don't feel sick, I must be fine. But then her blood sugar tests came back high, her cholesterol was up, and her blood pressure was also creeping upward. Her doctor warned that if she didn't change her diet, she would be on medication for life. That's when she decided to relearn how to eat from scratch. Now she chooses fresh foods, eats less salt, swaps white rice for brown rice, eats more vegetables and fish, and drinks plain water instead of soda. After 4 months, she lost 9 pounds, her blood pressure is more stable, and most importantly, she feels light and healthy, something she never thought was possible just by changing her meals. Judith's story is not uncommon. So many older adults still eat out of old habits: too much salt, overeating, eating at irregular times, or skipping breakfast. They don't realize that the digestive system weakens with age, metabolism slows, and the body can no longer tolerate unhealthy foods like it used to. A balanced diet for someone over 60 doesn't need to be complicated, but it needs to be right. It means choosing healthy foods, getting enough protein from fish, eggs, and beans, eating plenty of green vegetables and fruits, minimizing processed foods, fried items, and sodas, and increasing fiber and vitamins from natural sources. And just as importantly, eat slowly, at regular times, and listen to your body. Don't eat just because you're bored. Don't eat too late at night. Don't get overly hungry and then overcompensate. Your body needs a stable biological rhythm, and every meal is a chance to nourish, not to gamble with your health. You don't need to fast or follow restrictive diets. Remember, eating is for living well, not for living in constraint. Start with something simple. Use one less spoonful of salt, add one more serving of greens, replace one soda with warm water. Small changes, repeated consistently, will work wonders for your body. Getting older doesn't mean you have to eat blandly. On the contrary, this is when you deserve meals that are both delicious and nutritious. Because every meal you choose now is a way to care for yourself, to love yourself more deeply than ever before. Number 3, get enough sleep at the right time. Sleep from age 60 onward is no longer just about rest. It's the natural medicine that helps the body recover, the mind clear, and the cardiovascular system stabilize. But ironically, the older we get, the more the good night's sleep can feel like a luxury for many. Sam, 73, from Northern California, suffered from chronic insomnia. I'd go to bed at 10 but toss and turn until after 1 a.m., only to wake up at 3, staring at the ceiling until morning, he shared. At first he blamed his age, but after doing some research, he realized he was going to bed on a full stomach, watching TV late, and drinking tea in the evening, all of which were quietly destroying his sleep quality. After an appointment with a sleep specialist and changing his habits, like eating dinner earlier, turning off electronics before 9 p.m., and keeping his bedroom quiet and cool, he gradually started sleeping through the night. And what surprised him was, I felt younger. My mind was sharp, no longer sluggish or irritable like before. When you lack sleep, your body becomes easily fatigued, your memory declines, and your spirits fall. Not sleeping enough also increases the risk of high blood pressure, diabetes, and depression. But sleeping right, meaning enough hours at a consistent time and deeply, is a free vitamin that anyone can take advantage of. You don't need to reach for sleeping pills right away. Start by creating a sleep ritual for yourself, like dimming the lights early, listening to soft music, or reading a few pages of a book. Avoid using your phone or watching TV right before bed. Avoid coffee, alcohol, or a large meal in the evening. And most importantly, keep a consistent sleep-wake schedule, even on weekends. If you often wake up in the middle of the night, don't worry right away. The body needs time to adjust. But if the problem persists, you should consult a doctor, because sometimes insomnia isn't just a habit, but a sign of an underlying health issue. Sleep is not a leftover part of your day. It is the foundation where every system in your body gets maintained. And at this way, a full night's sleep is the greatest gift you can give yourself every single night. Number 4, get regular health checkups. There's a common mistake that many people over 60 make. They only go to the doctor when their body speaks up. But my friends, by the time symptoms appear, it can be too late. Because most serious illnesses in old age begin silently. No pain, no fever, no warning. Larry, 70, had always lived a healthy life, didn't drink or smoke, and ate well. He thought he was one of those people who didn't need to worry about illness. But during a routine checkup at his wife's urging, his doctor discovered early signs of diabetes. I was stunned because I felt nothing unusual, he shared. Thanks to the early detection, he adjusted his diet, did light exercise, and now his health is stable without medication. Conversely, there are countless cases of people arriving at the hospital when the alarms are already blaring. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, kidney failure, or cancer. And at that point, treatment is no longer simple. The reality is a regular health checkup isn't about finding disease, but about protecting the health you still have. From age 60 on, your body is like a car that's been driven for decades. It needs regular inspections, from blood pressure, blood sugar, and heart health, to bone density, vision, hearing, and indicators for liver, kidney, and thyroid function. A few simple tests, a routine blood pressure reading, or a periodic ultrasound can help you avoid serious health events later on. Many worry, I'm scared of what they might find. But the truth is, knowing early allows for gentle intervention. Not knowing until the disease is advanced is what is truly frightening. You don't need to do every test at once. Start with a basic checkup. Choose a reputable hospital and consult with your family doctor. If possible, keep your results from year to year to track changes. It's the most honest mirror reflecting your body's condition. And don't go for your checkup alone. Ask a family member or your spouse to go with you. Taking care of your health can become a journey of connection, where you and your loved ones remind each other to live healthily, preserving your peace of mind for the years to come. A regular health checkup isn't a sign of weakness, but an act of someone who understands the value of life. Because only by knowing where you stand can you move forward with confidence. If you're still with me and finding this helpful, how about letting me know by commenting the number 4 below? And if you haven't already, I'd be so grateful if you'd subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's next. Your support truly helps us create more content that can inspire and help others. Number 5, drink enough water every day. When we're young, we can skip drinking water for an afternoon or a whole day of low fluid intake without feeling much. But after turning 60, forgetting to drink water is no longer harmless. It can lead to fatigue, headaches, dizziness, constipation, low blood pressure, and in many cases, it's the silent cause of strokes, kidney failure, or falls. Helen, 76, in Tucson, Arizona, was hospitalized after suddenly fainting in her bathroom. After many tests, her doctor concluded she was severely dehydrated. I had no idea that not drinking enough water could be so dangerous, she shared. She rarely felt thirsty, paid little attention, and replaced water with tea and coffee, a habit of many years. After that experience, she set a timer to remind her to drink, kept a water bottle right by her sofa, and after just a few weeks, her skin was brighter, her mind was clearer, and most importantly, she no longer felt dizzy when standing up. Older adults often have a diminished sense of thirst, but that doesn't mean their bodies need less water. In fact, all the organs in the body, from the kidneys and liver to the brain, need enough water to function smoothly. You might not notice mild dehydration right away, but pay attention. A dry mouth, chapped lips, infrequent urination, dark-colored urine, wrinkled skin, and constipation are all silent signals. So how much is enough? On average, an older adult should drink 6 to 8 glasses of plain water a day, spread out from morning to evening, without waiting until you feel thirsty. If you take a lot of medication, exercise a lot, or live in a hot, dry climate, your needs are even higher. And not all water is created equal. Plain water, warm water, or a light herbal tea like chamomile or ginger are healthy choices. Avoid overdoing coffee, strong tea, sodas, or alcohol, as they can dehydrate the body even faster. A little tip: keep a water bottle next to you when you watch TV, read, or prepare a meal. Every time you see it, you'll remember to drink. You can start your day with a glass of warm water with a few lemon slices to gently awaken your body and start your digestive system. Drinking water regularly is the simplest way to take care of your health. It costs nothing, takes no effort, yet brings so many benefits. And at this age, a timely glass of water might be the very thing that prevents a dizzy spell or a serious fall. Number 6, maintain a positive spirit and social connection. After 60, people often talk about what to eat, what to drink, how to exercise, But there's another element that is just as important, sometimes even more so, and that's your spirit. A healthy body cannot last long in a depressed mind. Carla, 74, lived alone after her husband passed away. She ate well and walked daily, but still felt constantly tired, forgetful, and sleepless. Her health numbers were all fine, but she felt an unfillable void inside. After being encouraged to join an activity group at her local church, where she got to talk, sing, bake, and share stories of her youth, she gradually changed. I no longer felt like I was on the sidelines, she said. I laugh more. I look forward to Wednesdays to see my group, and strangely, my sleep has gotten better too. You see, human beings at any age need connection, to be seen and to be heard. When you keep a positive, open mind and find ways to talk, share, and communicate every day, you are naturally nurturing your mental health. Many studies show that older adults with an active social life, even if it's just chatting with a neighbor, calling the grandkids, or joining a small group, have a lower risk of depression, memory loss, and live longer. Maintaining a positive spirit doesn't mean you have to be happy all the time. It means knowing how to see things a little more lightly. It's accepting that you're no longer young, but you still have so much to live for. It's being grateful for what you have, a warm home, a blooming plant, a phone call from a little grandchild. If you're feeling lonely or have few opportunities to talk, try a few small changes. Sign up for a cooking class for seniors, join a walking group at the park, or simply call an old friend. You don't need a crowd around you, just a few sincere connections. And especially don't forget to speak to yourself with kindness. A positive spirit doesn't come from the outside. It starts with how you treat yourself, with gentleness, forgiveness, and gratitude for each passing day. Number 7, limit alcohol and tobacco. From age 60 onward, your body no longer has the same tolerance as it did when you were young. Things that were once just habits, a glass of wine in the evening, a cigarette after a meal, can now become silent factors that drag your health down day by day. Robert, 69, used to be someone who saw a few beers a day as a way to unwind. He thought he was still healthy, could still get around, and ate and slept normally. But during a routine liver check, his doctor found high liver enzymes and erratic blood pressure. I was surprised because my body felt fine, he recounted. After that consultation, he started cutting back on alcohol, gradually replacing it with water, eating lighter in the evening, and going to community gatherings to talk instead of sitting alone with a can of beer. After just a few weeks, I felt clearer every morning. I wasn't irritable for no reason. My body felt lighter, and my mind was sharper too. The same goes for tobacco. Many older adults who have smoked their whole lives think it's too late to quit now. But the reality is the opposite. Research shows that whether you're 60, 70, or older, your body begins to recover just weeks after quitting. In the first week, blood pressure drops. A few months later, the lungs start to clear. The risk of stroke, heart attack, and cancer all decrease significantly over time. Alcohol and tobacco don't just harm the body, the liver, lungs, heart. They also affect your mental state, leading to sleeplessness, anxiety, and depression. They are also indirect causes of many falls, weakness, and long-term medication dependency in older adults. I'm not saying you have to stop overnight, but try to cut back gradually, from one can of beer to half a can, from a pack of cigarettes to a few, and then none. Replace that habit with something else, like drinking herbal tea, walking, listening to music, or calling someone to chat. Every time you refuse a drink, you're saying yes to your liver. Every time you skip a cigarette, you're letting your lungs take a deeper breath. You have traveled a long road to get to this age. Don't let old habits trade away the peace of mind you deserve to enjoy. It is never too late to let go of something harmful, and it's never too early to start loving your body with mindful and kind choices. We've just gone through 7 simple actions, but if maintained consistently, they can become the foundation for a healthy and peaceful life after 60. Gentle exercise every day to keep the body flexible. A balanced diet to nourish from within. Enough sleep at the right time for a clear, sharp mind. Regular health checkups for early detection and prevention. enough water to rejuvenate every cell, a positive spirit and regular communication so you never feel alone in this world. And finally, letting go of alcohol and tobacco, like gently setting down old baggage to make room for better things. You might be asking yourself, is it too late to change at this age? The answer is yes. Any day you choose to be kinder to your body and soul, that day is a new beginning. You don't have to change everything at once. Start with the smallest thing, like drinking one extra glass of water, walking for 10 minutes, calling an old friend, or getting that health checkup you've been putting off. Those gentle steps, repeated daily, will gradually lead you to a life that you yourself will be proud to look back on. And if you are living alone, remember, you are not alone. There are so many people on this journey with you. Please share in the comments below what you learned today or a habit you'd like to start. Your story might inspire someone else, just as you are getting inspiration from this very place. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe, and share it with your loved ones. Because sometimes a timely reminder can change the entire rest of a person's life. Thank you for staying with me until the end. I wish you days of health and peace in a later life that isn't rushed or regretful, but full and meaningful. I'll see you in the next video.